Hey folks, welcome back to another exciting collaboration. This week we will be discussing 5 practical homeschool tips with Amanda from the Fundamental Home. I hope you will enjoy. Hey folks, welcome back. We're doing a video in our homeschool area with Amanda from the Fundamental Home.
My boys started off in public school because at the time I just didn't even realize there was a homeschool option, and I knew I couldn't afford private school, and I just thought everybody goes to public school. So we started that way. We started having some issues. One of the things was my younger son Ricky was in 2nd grade and he couldn't read at all. And so he just needed one-on-one attention, and he couldn't get that in a classroom setting, so he needed to be brought home.
Yeah.
So that's how we started homeschooling, and my husband was nervous, and he said, go for it, and if you totally mess it up, we'll figure something out. But after a couple of weeks, he loved it. He was like, we're never doing anything else.
Okay. Good.
So that's how it started. Here's my first tip.
Okay.
And for you as a newish homeschool mom, don't worry about messing your kids up. Just don't worry about it. I try to tell people that, you have your little fellow here.
Yes.
And when you had your first little fellow, you were probably a little nervous. And you probably had huge bags that you took with you with all the kinds of stuff, and you're worried. And now you've got plenty, so now you grab a diaper and walk out the door, right? So it's the same thing with homeschool. Like when you first get started, it's overwhelming. You feel like you have to have every book. You have to feel like you have to have everything, and if not, you're totally going to mess your kids up.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Truly, 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 just like they'll all eventually learn to potty train.
Yeah.
It happens. Eventually. They'll all learn to do all of the other things. Okay, number 2, kind of related, don't compare yourself to other people.
Right.
Because as you look around, there's going to be folks that are super interested in scholarship, academics, and you just have to really understand what your priorities are as a family and do those things. And not worry so much about what other people are doing, what year their kid is studying, whatever subject.
Yeah.
Ricky wasn't reading in 2nd grade, but he's 17 years old and getting ready to finish up his first college degree. So, it'll all work out in the long run.
Okay, so I'm wanting to know, how do you homeschool your children but then keep up with all of your other daily tasks?
The main thing that I try to recommend to homeschool moms is to not overburden yourself. You really have to prioritize your day. When it comes to getting everything done, you really, again, have to address your priorities. And sometimes you're not going to be able to spend as much time doing every math worksheet that there is. And that's totally fine. You have to figure out for that day what is necessary and do that. And, you don't want to neglect the kids. You want to make sure that things are getting done that need to get done, but also not stress yourself out about the things that aren't getting done all of the time. So, dinner takes a while to prepare.
Right.
If school's not done, it's not done. One of my things I always say is pick a cutoff time, and it's your cutoff time. Yeah. You go to school, like a regular school, you have so much time for math, and that's it. You're done.
That's true, yep. So how do you keep your children motivated to do their work?
When they're little, it's a lot about structure and discipline and just making sure things are in order all the time. If you have a set schedule and you're rolling with it every day, everybody knows the expectations. You're not going to get a lot of complaints. They know we're up at a certain time. They know we're hitting school at a certain time. They know that it's going to be done at a certain time. So everybody flows and it's fine. Now that we have a lot of teenagers, we have different schedules and people doing different things all the time, so we can't roll it in order. So now it's just a matter of they have to understand their responsibilities,
right?
And they also have to understand that there will be consequences if it's not done.
Yeah.
Okay. The only other major question that I get asked about a lot is socialization.
Okay.
So I'll roll with that one, and to give you my 5th tip, and that is don't worry about that either.
Yeah.
Basically you just want to make sure that your kids are hanging out with other kids, and it doesn't have to be super structured. You just have to make sure that they have time and they have friends, and they're not feeling lonely, and they, are comfortable with others. And I really honestly haven't met too many homeschoolers that aren't, by the time they get old enough, perfectly comfortable and functional in society.
Yeah.
I think a lot of parents need to get out of the house with their kids. So when the parents get out of the house with their kids are getting out and getting that exposure and experience.
Yeah.
And I also think it's maturity too, because my oldest son is naturally a very quiet young man. Homeschooled, public schooled, it didn't make any difference. That's his personality. But when he got old enough, he got to where he was comfortable with people, and that it was just a matter of maturing into that place.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with his educational choice.
Yeah, I don't see that as a problem.
So I do want to encourage other homeschoolers, if you're worried about that, don't be.
Yeah.
You know, socialization is one of those things.
That's good.
Just get out and be out there, and they'll be socialized.
Well, good things to think about. Thank you for sharing your tips. And so we're going to link her channel, and there's a link for that in the description below. And if you want to see a tour of our kitchen, you can go over to their channel and check that out.
Yep, we'll have it up.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you for talking with us.
Thanks.